Hello and welcome in. It's good to see you again if you're a returning viewer. This is my second attempt at recording this because the first time my laptop decided to do updates halfway through the recording. So I got halfway through reading and it just decided to restart my laptop. So I hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. It's Sunday the 18th of January. I had a little bonfire over here, so it's smoking quite a bit. But anyway, let's crack on. I've got a bit of a romantic vibe going on. I'm not one to do romantic readings for myself, but I've just got like, I don't know, butterflies today. So let's just see where it's going. I've picked out some slightly more, I don't want to say romantic cards, but the cards that are maybe more to do with romance and love. Oh my goodness, that's unbelievable. This is the first card that came out in the last reading. So I've got an immature person. They're highly immature because it's come out twice. Just so you're aware, this is the Ouija deck, as in Glaswegian. This is the first deck I ever made. There are some choice swear words in here, so or some choice Scottish swear words in here. So I may or may not read them out or let you read them, depends on. Usually swear words used for describing a certain type of person. So let's see. Right, I've got fire sign coming out. Oh, see, geez, we've got a messy fire sign coming out. I've got a bit of a fire going here. Let's just, I don't think you can see the smoke, but it's really quite smoky. So we've got a fire sign coming out. So that's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So an immature fire sign. Oh, yeah, I knew I was going to just get a love vibe today. So I've got the heart chakra coming out. I love. So this is maybe you're in love with a immature fire sign, or they're in love with you, or this might have been. It could just be a love from a really long time ago when you were very young, and you know, puppy love is very different to kind of adult love. I suppose you've kind of got love hearts in your eyes, and you think it'll last forever. I've got Glasgow coming out. If you're not from Scotland, just take that as a major city in the west coast of where you are. If you are from Scotland, then this is something that may be happening on the west coast, or you're originally from Glasgow. You can't tell from my accent, I'm originally from the west coast, but I now reside in the east coast. Got April coming out. So this might be coming up this April, or this might be something that started last April, or in April a very, very long time ago. Okay, let's take one more from this deck. Oops, let's see, I've also got autumn. Okay, so autumn runs from September 21st to December 21st. So again, that could be the one coming up, or I'm getting a bit of a past energy from this, feel from this. Like the feeling this is maybe something that I'm getting a puppy love kind of feel from this. And then if you're very young and you're watching this, then maybe this is for you. I don't know. Oh, I remember in my last recording before I got rudely interrupted by my laptop restarting. I was celebrating the fact that I had my first subscriber, and in the words of Bruce Willis in Die Hard, "Welcome to the party, pal," and thank you so much. You made my day. Anyway, got a Ned coming out here, so okay. I don't think I can go without explanation. I think I can squeeze. Oops, one more is and that just flew off the top. Is a bit of an idiot. Right, okay, so right. Let's leave this deck to the side. So got what did we have coming out here? We didn't have any signs. I had in the last one I had Capricorn and I don't remember the other sign. I know Capricorn came out quite early in the other reading. I'm going to use the High Priestess deck now, and I'm just going to do a line with these before I'll move into some of the Oracle cards, and then we'll do some tarot. Today I've lifted out the black tarot cards. Okay, so anniversary coming out. So this could be, you might be thinking about this person, or this person might be thinking of you, because there was, and I get the feeling this is maybe something that's not going on now. This is something that happened in the past, but there's an anniversary of something coming up, or that's just past. And maybe you or this person's been thinking of you. Now and present. So this is around now. And this didn't come out in the last reading, but something very similar. It was pretty much something today, tomorrow, in the next few days. I think this anniversary is coming up for you. And we're in, obviously this reading is timeless, so whenever you're watching this will be relevant for you. But today is the 18th of January 2026. Take this one. Got January. Yeah. So January's a big month for this, whatever this anniversary is. I'm getting such like, it's almost butterflies I'm getting, but it's not. It's kind of like up here. Whew, and a little bit of, oh, you know, that kind of, oh, that feeling, the feeling you get when you're, oh, okay, that feeling you get when you're a teenager and you're super, super shy and you're just so like nervous around somebody. I'm getting that kind of like vibe. Third eye came out, but it flipped upside down. I'm sorry, the text on that isn't brilliant for the camera to pick up, so I don't think you can see it. But the third eye has come up, but that's in reverse. So maybe you didn't listen to your intuition about this person. And maybe now, looking back, you can see maybe red flags or where things went wrong with this person. But I don't think if you're young, you go gung ho into things and you don't really you just think everything will be forever and you don't really think about what you want. I mean, maybe there are some mature teenagers out there who are like, I want X, Y, and Z, but I certainly wasn't thinking of that. It was more like, well, he's got nice hair and, he's handsome, So I've got the letter C coming out. That might resonate with somebody. C. Getting Craig or Charles or, I've got winter. So we're currently in winter, which is just kind of confirming January coming out there, but this is maybe something that happened over a winter period for you, possibly over a Christmas season. That fire sign as well is actually giving me a sense of like roaring fires and being cozy and cozying up. I've got engagement. So this is possibly someone you got engaged to, maybe perhaps when you were very young, maybe not. Maybe you're engaged now. Or maybe it's the anniversary of the engagement. A lot of people get kind of, engaged over the festive period. Although we're out of the festive period now. I've got 1980s coming out. So you were maybe born in the 1980s. And it doesn't mean that this didn't happen in the 1980s. Okay. Do I want to take another row of these? What do I want to do? I think we'll leave that there. I think that's enough of those ones. Okay, I'm going to, which ones do I want to go with? Let's go with these ones. So this is I've left the box lids out here. So whenever I'm watching readers, I really always want to know what their decks are called, and then they never tell you. So this is called the Life Happens Oracle deck. Okay. There's some of them that I had to do some like real and Hercule Poirot kind of investigation to try and figure out which cards they were. These ones in particular, which I'll use later. Okay, come on. There we go, there's one. Wave of emotions. Okay, so this is someone who got you in your emotions. There was a lot, wow. There was a lot of love here, like a lot. Very intense, very strong. Maybe this is recently, when you've been thinking about this person, or this person's been thinking of you, they're all up in their emotions. Oh, okay, but there's anxiety as well. There's a lot of red in that card. There's such a juxtaposition between those two. This is like blue. In fact, I'm not really getting volatile emotions here because the card's blue. It's giving me very calm emotions. It's just more like overwhelming feelings of love, whereas this anxiety is red. It's given me very much, root chakra, just kind of, I think this person made you anxious. Let's see if we can figure out why. Or maybe this person's anxious. Can't figure out whose energy is who. Okay, well, that's why. Because they were two-faced. Okay. So this person got you in your emotions and caused you anxiety because they were two-faced. Well, probably isn't it? Oh. Sorry, I'm going to awe at these cards now. Longing. So they left you longing for them. Maybe they didn't give you enough of their time, or maybe they just ghosted you, or maybe they were cheating. The two-faced could be a number of things. Maybe they had someone else on the side, didn't tell you. Or, when you're young, people are just really flippant, and they don't really realize a good thing when they've got it. And I think you were really, really nurturing. I get the feeling that this person didn't know what they had when they had it, and that's not to kind of like boost whoever's listening to this his ego. It's just, it just, I get that feeling that you really wanted to, like that card. You know, there's a tree growing out of it. Like somebody's planted a seed and they've grown that tree, and it's kind of like reaching for the skies. And I think you wanted to grow something with this person, but I get the feeling that it was just cut short far too early for some reason. Boundaries. That boundaries card is quite something. There's like a cavern. There's like literally a black crack in the ground that you can't quite jump over. I think you had to put up some boundaries with this person, and I get the feeling that it didn't work. It deteriorated or whatever. Or this person. I get the feeling that this is boundaries. I don't feel like this is somebody crossing your boundaries, but I think you had to set boundaries, and it just, they weren't that kind of person, unfortunately. Right, this is the clarifying life situations deck. I'm going to take a line from this and then we'll move into some tarot. Steady as you go. Oops. My bosom. Knocked the cards off the table. So this is steady as you go. Navigate with patience and resilience, trusting your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns. What's interesting is there's a clown on marionette strings on this, and this one came out in the reverse. There's a clown on marionette strings here. I get the feeling this person made you feel like a bit of a clown. Like I think they tried to pull on your strings, pull on your heartstrings, make you do a little dance. I mean, actually in the upright, this is duality dance. That's actually what it says. Seek balance amid the chaos. Yeah, I think this person wanted to play you like a puppet, I think. And they got you in your feels and your emotions. They were I think they were manipulative and two-faced. And am I getting a controlling vibe here? I'm not sure. Growth potential. Embrace change to unlock your full potential and flourish. That's such a contrast between those two cards. I think that's a dove. It's a white dove. White and the red in that card. I think you wanted to grow with this person. I think you wanted it to develop into something, but instead you just ended up in anxiety. And when somebody gets you in your emotions and you're there's no stability there, then it's just never going to work. Trust your path. Listen to intuition, seek direction, embrace discovery. Answers reveal the journey within. Yeah, so you trusted yourself when you saw that this person was two-faced. Oops. Yeah, vortex of change. Okay, yeah. What's interesting is there's water in here and there's a leaf in the middle of it. Again, I think there's a lot of emotions here. Engage with the vortex of change where energies swirl and transformative dances, molding anew. So I think you pined after this person for a while, but I get the feeling you moved on with your life. And that nurturing card actually was maybe you looked after yourself, and perhaps this relationship with this person helped you develop healthy boundaries. I think maybe that's what it went. But let's see what the cards say. I've just realised I've got to put my light on. I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to go put my light on. There we go. Make my face a wee bit better. That's better. Hair was shading my face. Okay, let's just see what we've got going on here. There we go. Emerging dawn. Trust that every ending, yeah, absolutely, is another beginning coming in disguise. So I think when this ended, you were left pining after this person, but I think there's a point in your grief where you realise, especially if it's like, if you're really young, you think that it's the end of the world, so you'll never meet anybody else, and that was the only person for you, and as the older you get, you realise that's just not the case. Valley of Shadows on boundaries. That's interesting because there's a valley in this, or like a crevice or a crack or a canyon, and it's got valley in this word. That's valley of shadows. Step into the enveloping valley of shadows. Here, fears are faced, and the courage is forged in dimly lit paths. So what's interesting about this is there's boundaries here, and I think maybe when you were younger, if this is resonating with you, I think you maybe struggled to set boundaries. I know I did. I'm on the autism spectrum, and I grew up in a household where I wasn't allowed to have an identity or think for myself at all in any way, shape, or form, and I didn't know what boundaries were. And it's taken me a long time to be able to have healthy boundaries. And the way I, enact those boundaries, demonstrate those boundaries, or whatever. I'm not sure. Enact. Let's go for enact. Is removing my presence. I don't fight. I don't argue. I'm not interested if somebody doesn't treat me in the same way I'm treating them in a respectful manner. Then they don't care about me the same way, and there's no amount of, you can't make people change, sadly. But I think you really looked at your fears, and I think somewhere along the line you learned to set boundaries with people, and I think that made you a stronger person for it. But I think maybe there's been a reflection about this because there's an anniversary that came by recently. Just love the Ned and Aegis there. I think maybe that's how you look at this person now. I didn't even check to see if this deck. This is the Black Tarot deck. This deck didn't really work for me when I first got it, but it really works for me now. Five of Swords. So, as I said before, I thought I got a real manipulative feeling from this person, like they were trying to pull on your strings and treat you like a puppet. And the Five of Swords is just exactly that. So that can be abusive relationships or kind of deceit. That's not quite deceit and lies, that's more the Seven of Swords, but can be bullying as well. So perhaps this person was, try to dim your light a little bit. Certainly getting you in your emotions and pulling on your strings makes me think that, there was something, it was a toxic dynamic, or this person was trying to control you in some way. King of Wands, which is interesting. Could fire come out here as well? So King of Wands, fire sign, that's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So the King of Wands is quite a fiery leader. They're not, I don't want to say they can be impulsive, but they can be, quite spicy, quite passionate. I don't think this is you. I think the immature fire sign is not you. I think this is the other person. This is their energy. It's not a very nice energy. It's making me a little anxious. Funnily enough, like that card there, that anxiety card, it's making me a little anxious. The Fool. This person kind of, I think, took you for a fool. I think they were deceitful. I think they I get the feeling they maybe pushed you around a little bit. And I mean, the Fool card is new beginnings. So whatever happened, I think at some point you either realised that this wasn't good for you, or for some reason there was a new beginning. I can't quite pick up on whether you left them, they left you, there was some explosive argument. It's not clear here. There's just a vortex of change and longing. So let's see what happens after this new beginning. So I didn't hold the Fool card up. I mean, the imagery on these is very dark. You probably can't, but it probably just looks I doubt you'll be able to discern anything on these cards from there. Queen of Swords. Sometimes I get quite a bad vibe from this card. Like she's almost a Queen of Swords in reverse. Not today though, because she's very distorted. The image over is very distorted. But I think this might be you or you then. I think this person really kind of, the word that came to mind was mashed you up inside. Like they just mashed you up. And I think that, the Queen of Swords, she can be quite cold and, I don't want to say calculated, that's not the right word. Strategic's a better word. And she'll chop heads, and she'll tell the truth. And I think that's maybe what you had to do. And I think I get the feeling, because it's the Queen of Swords, I get the feeling you ended it. And you didn't mince your words and you took this new beginning. But I think you still pined after this person for a long time. Okay, tell me about the Queen of Swords, please. Oopsie, that's too many. That's too many. That's one. There we go. Three of Pentacles. Three of Spheres in this deck. Okay, I'm just going to take another card. I could read that one of many ways. I'm not really getting much energy from it. Let me just take the next card. So the Three of Pentacles is typically about working with others, or working towards a goal with others. There's one person on a very tall unicycle here, which forms the Three Pentacles, and then somebody very, very far beneath them. It's almost like you're way up here. I'll see if you can see that one. You see at the top, I think this is you up here, and then there's a very, very tiny person down here. Like, I think this, you just feel so far away from this person now. Like, I think you've grown and expanded, and this person, you've just kind of left them behind in the past. And I think you've gone on to bigger and better things, and I think they're exactly the same person they were back then. I mean, in your youth, you don't always necessarily recognize people who are not good for you. Four of Swords. Whatever happened, I think you eventually found peace. Because the figure in this one, so it's traditionally somebody lying down and kind of sleeping, or sometimes it can be, you know, something a little bit more than sleeping. But in this one, very much the figure is sitting with their legs crossed in kind of like a chill yoga pose, like almost like they're meditating. And this is like a minor to the Hermit. So I think you just kind of, I think you were able to, I don't think you've held on to whatever this was. I think you've let it go. Get the feeling the other person might not have though, but let's see. Let's do another line. Because this started off, this half was their energy, and then this half's your energy here. Yeah, right down the middle. Their energy, your energy. Right, King of Cups. Interesting. So that's on top of the Five of Swords. This is either a new person, or this is how this King of Wands wanted to appear. I'm not sure if this is someone else. Certainly got a buff chest, I'll tell you that. And then the Tower on top of the King of Wands. Did you meet someone? Did you meet someone else? Which was oh, you met someone. Oh, you met a King of Cups, which was the Tower for this person. Yeah, of course. And there's one person falling out the tower. I doubt you can see what that image is. But oh yeah, you met a King of Cups. Possibly a water sign. Oh, water sign. Cancer. Oh, forget them. Scorpio. Cancer. Scorpio. Pisces. Aquarius always gets me. I think it should be a water sign, and it's not a snail sign. And I've got the Two of Cups. Yeah, you had a new beginning with someone else. You had a new beginning, which was a Tower to this person. I think maybe they thought you would never meet anyone else, and you would never meet anyone else that didn't play games with you like they did. Maybe they cut you down. Maybe they run you down. Maybe they say, "Oh, you'll never meet anyone as good as me." You know, I love that phrase. You'll never meet anyone like me. They're just sitting there going, "Yeah, I hope so." Five of Wands. Okay. So Five of Wands can be that is very much, it's got a very dark picture here. The Five of Wands is typically about chaos or fighting or whatever. I think you moved on into a new relationship, but this caused this King of Wands. I think maybe they came back into your life and started fighting with you, or maybe tried to even get you back. But you'd moved on. I mean, the Fool's there. You're the new beginning. You left them behind. They're down here. And like, the thing is once you mature and the other person doesn't, you can't go back and look at that person the same. Yep. You've got your Three of Pentacles, you're up here, they're down here, and you've got the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia about the past. This person is well and truly in the past now for you. And maybe you thought you would never get there. Because, I mean, everybody gets over people at a different rate. Now we've got the Knight of Cups. So that could be a love offer. So it's kind of like just bookending this with the King of Cups at the other side. So this definitely was a romantic interest, because the Two of Cups isn't always about romantic love. It can be any kind of partnership, or friendship, business relationships. Since the Knight of Cups is here, I think since the Knight of Cups is here, I think this is definitely romantic. But I think this person from the past, this King of Wands, came in and created some chaos around this. They maybe were blowing up your phone, or because there's a lot of wands there. They did something to try and get you back, even though you've moved on, but I think you left them in the past. You went, nope. Do I want to do another row of these? Yeah, let's do another row of these, and then we'll do the After Tarot, and then I've got some romantic-y cards as well. Nine of Wands. Yeah. You became the wounded warrior. Whatever it was, this person put you through a lot, and there's nothing wrong with the wounded warrior. They've survived a lot, but they keep going, and nothing will keep them down. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is one of the most energetic cards in the deck. The other two are the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. Knight of Swords comes rushing in. I think this other person, this King of Cups, whoever it is in your life, I think he came in really quickly and unexpectedly, and maybe even unexpectedly for you, and I think you didn't expect it to happen. It was a tower. It was definitely a tower for this other person. And the Knight of Swords he's not taking any prisoners. He's got his sword. He's gonna lop heads. Maybe he showed you some home truths about this other person as well. Queen of Cups. Oh, so, and that's right on top of the Two of Cups. That's lovely. I don't know why I had just such a vibe that we're going to have a kind of a sweeter kind of reading today. So the Queen of Cups is the counterpart to the King of Cups, right on top of the Two of Cups. Right on top of the Fool. So you definitely had a new beginning with someone who was far better for you than this other person. And then we've got Death on top of the Five of Wands. Maybe you're not the Queen of Swords. No, what I get from this is this ended. I think this person, this King of Wands, I think he was cyclically maybe trying to come into your life, or trying to hook you back in, or trying to get you to come back. And it was causing chaos, but this other person coming into your life, like a knight on the back of a horse, put an end to that. Whatever this King of Wands was doing. That's how I read that. That makes sense. Got Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune wanting to come out. Yeah, but we're not going to take it. I like the Death card in this deck. It's like he's walking onto a chessboard. So it almost feels like it was a strategic. I think you maybe had to end communication with this person. Maybe, you were. I mean, we can all do it. We can all have, especially when we're younger, have unhealthy communication with people that we probably shouldn't be communicating with anymore. But I think this person coming in just put an end to that. And it was a massive tower for this other person. I think maybe they thought they were going to get you back one day. And I don't mean get you back. I mean, get you back in a relationship. Okay, that was actually two cards. I'm going to take both of them. So it's the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So learned to fill your own cup, and you got your 9 of Cups. It's not the 10, but you got that on your own alongside this other person. All right, I'm not going to do any more of these things. I'm going to... So this is the After Tarot deck. Now, I couldn't figure out when I bought this why it was so cheap. It was £5 cheaper than another after card test. It's because it's a third of the size of the other ones. But I'm going to do it. Always check the size. Oh, that's Temperance wanting to come out there. Oh, I didn't check any of the signs. Death is... Oh, I forget what sign Death is. Oh. Right, so we've got the 7 of Pentacles on top of the 9 of Wands. So that tells me that you're the Wounded Warrior, but you decided to invest. And I think you decided to invest in this King of Wands. So that's when you invest your time into something, but you know you're not going to get your harvest until a later date, but you've planted the seeds, you're going to watch them grow. And then one day they'll bloom into the 8, 9, and 10 of Pentacles. And as if by magic, so with the 7 of Pentacles come out, and now I've got the 8 of Pentacles. So yes, you invested in this person and it grew into the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles? 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is about kind of mastering your craft, or mastering, or working on something, or, you know, you become an expert in something. And maybe you just, being with this other person, this King of Cups, taught you that what you had with this other person was, yeah, just not good. And realizing that you could never go back to that. You've got the 7 of Cups. So this is the After Tarot. So this person has looked in the cups. They've seen what's there. They understand what's in every single one of the cups. And they've seen through the illusion. He's tied the snake around his waist. And so you're under no illusions about this person anymore. This person from your past. Ace of Pentacles on top of Death. Death and rebirth. Yep, you're going to plant your seeds elsewhere, and then you've got the Ace of Cups there. So let's see. Wheel of Fortune. Good karma. Ending cycles, beginning new ones. Oh, it's such a nice vibe. And then we've got, on top of the 9 of Cups, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. Absolutely awesome. That is lovely energy. I'm not going to do any more because I think that's just such a nice end to this reading. Whoever this person was from your past, I think you've just learned, whoever this King of Cups you're with, they don't necessarily need to be a water sign, but they may be. I think you've just gone from strength to strength with this person. You're now sitting in your 10 of Pentacles with your 9 of Cups and your Ace of Cups. Because the Ace and the 9 add up to the 10 of Cups, which is like, you know, it's just ultimate, I don't want to say ultimate happiness, but, you know, it's just being in that really abundant, loving place with someone else. Oh, that's such a nice reading. Let's take, so I've got these little love cards. Let's just take a couple of these. There's one there already wanting to come out. Oh, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Yeah. Whatever this thing happens in the past, I think you've let it go. And maybe recently there was an anniversary of something and this person came across your mind. It might be that you've not met this King of Cups yet. Maybe you're still in the space of this person communicating with you, trying to hook you back in. But rest assured, you're going to get your 10 of Pentacles and your 10 of Cups. Forgiveness. There we go. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So yeah. Yeah, you need, if there's any residual emotions for this person, just work on letting them go. This one says sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Okay, I've got the Naked Truth cards out today. So if this person from your past could speak to you, let's see what they would say to you. You're so smart, you figured me out. Well, I think so. Yeah, that's what the reason said. So I'm only staying here for my kids, nothing else. I'm making my way out. Yeah, well, good for you. Stay there. I miss making love to you. I will do anything just to hold you again. I don't think so. Sorry, I'm just like, I don't think so. Ah, this is such a horrible card. I'm planning a romantic date, or we can Netflix and chill like old times. I want to cook for you. And then it says, no strings. Like, no. You're with Mr. You've got Mr. King of Cups coming in. You're good. Right, one more. I don't care what people think anymore. I've been given bad advice. I'm listening to my intuition. I know you are the one. I think it's too late. And I think you know it's too late for this person as well. Right, I'm just going to leave that there. I was maybe going to do some of those cards, but yeah, I think we're good there. What a nice little happy ending to that one. Thanks. Catch you again soon. Bye.